Right now, there are 8 billion of us. That's a big number. Hard to picture. So let me show you a smaller one. A number that, for a while, was the entire human race. 1,000. Not 1,000 cities. Not 1,000 tribes. 1,000 people. Fewer than fit in a small town, carrying every future that would ever exist, including yours. Hidden in your DNA is the scar this left behind. Today we're going back to meet the people who almost weren't your ancestors, and the 10 years that nearly ended us. I want you to remember their names by the end, because for one terrible stretch of the deep past, they were all of us. Meet the Ember Band. Juno, who finds the way. Sable, who feeds them. Vex, who counts the days and reads the sky. Old Sol, who remembers everything. Tinka, who fixes what breaks. Pip, who is 4 winters old and afraid of nothing. And Og. Well, Og is Og. For generations, life is good. Warm grasslands, rivers thick with fish, herds to the horizon. Our ancestors walk upright, make tools, and, the big one, they've mastered fire. They should thrive. And for a long time, they do. But the Earth is about to change the rules, and nobody in the band gets a warning. It doesn't happen in a day. That's the cruel part. First, the herd's thin. Sable comes back with less, then less. Then some days, nothing. The rains that always came, don't. Vex scratches another empty season onto his tally slate. Then another. The green valley Juno grew up in turns the color of dust. This is a mega drought. Not a bad month, a bad century. Ice cores and ocean mud still hold the record of it. A world lurching into brutal cold. Coastlines swallowed, rivers simply gone. And here's what the band doesn't know, that we do. All across the world, other bands are living this exact same winter, and most of them are losing. Every winter is a coin flip. I need to show you something, and I'm not going to soften it. This is another band, 3 valleys over. We don't know their names. One hard winter, their fire goes dark. Their tools get buried under sand. Their bloodline just stops. No story. No descendants. Now multiply that by thousands. That is what a bottleneck actually is. Not a single disaster, but the same quiet ending, again and again, generation after generation, until the tribe of humanity has shrunk to a scattered few. In the Ember Band, Sol rations the last strips of dried meat while Pip sleeps. Rival bands, desperate for the same shrinking water, stop being strangers and start being threats. By the coldest years, the model says it plainly, as few as 1,000 of us are left on the whole planet. That's the number. That's everyone. So how does anyone make it out? Not the way you'd think. The survivors aren't the strongest bands. Look at Sable, fast, deadly, alone. Alone doesn't survive this. The ones who make it are the ones who adapt, and the ones who share. They follow the water. When the herds fail, Juno leads them to the coast, and Vex figures out that the tide leaves food behind twice a day. Shellfish. A pantry the drought can't empty. Fire stops being just warmth. Tinka turns it into a workshop, hardening spear tips, opening up new food, holding back the dark, and Sol, old slow Sol, turns out to be the most valuable person in the band. Because Sol remembers the last drought, which plant heals, which one kills, where the water hid 40 years ago. In a world with no writing, an elder is the library. But the real turning point isn't a tool, it's a decision. When 2 starving bands meet, they can fight over the water, or they can combine, trade knowledge, trade people. 2 fragile fires becoming one that's harder to put out. Somewhere in that choice, made over and over, by people whose names we'll never know, a threshold gets crossed. The numbers stop falling, and slowly, impossibly, they begin to climb. This is Waffle. Somewhere in the long climb back, a wolf, hungry, wary, starts following the band's fire, cleaning up scraps at the edge of the light. The band lets it. The wolf warns them when Vanta's kind come in the night, a deal neither side ever spoke out loud. The first dog, born from the worst winter our species ever had. He's judging you. That's just his face. The band grows. One camp becomes two. The tally slate runs out of room. Pip grows up and has children who are afraid of nothing. Every single person alive today may descend from that razor-thin thread. 8 billion of us, funneled through the same narrow door. It's why we're one of the least genetically diverse large animals on Earth. The things we fight over, borders, flags, the color of skin, up close, they're almost nothing. We all came through the same winter. We are, genetically, one small town that made it. You are not just a survivor. You're the descendant of the ones who refused to let the fire go out. But surviving was only the beginning. Because we weren't the only humans on this planet. Next time, the others we met out there in the deep past, and the uncomfortable reason we're the only ones still here. Get stickwise.